Welcome back to one of my favorites, King Raji. How you going, man?
Hey, brother Frank, doing great.
Doing great as always. What's been happening, man? Tell us about a little bit about the last couple of months on your end.
Oh, wow. What have happened? There's been a lot of downloads when it comes to technology,
Yeah,
blockchain,
yeah,
how we shift the game.
yeah.
So, yeah. So
Oh,
I want
man,
to really share that with you and yeah, looking forward.
beautiful, man. Yeah, well, as I said before off camera, man, I feel like the last for probably like month or so, just like my heart chakra just like just exploded, man. Like I feel it all the time now, and like I can't. Just crazy, crazy stuff. But I'm sure we'll get into it in a second. But yeah, you said you had a whiteboard that you wanted to use.
Brother, ready. Ready player one.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. All right, tell me what is the deal? Tell me about the downloads you've been getting through.
Yes. So you know also that together we work with Synchronicity.
Yeah.
It's about the brain has a lot of different programs, right? That is scattered.
Yes.
And once we connect the dots, then the brain starts to synchronize. Oh, this is one dot, this is two, this is three, four,
Okay.
five. Then boom, the logic and the spontaneous and the creativity, the left and the right brain, they start to connect.
Yeah.
And this is what we haven't had before, because it had been very divided, the world. You know, you have spiritual people talk about creating portals,
Yeah.
and then you have these people in business that they don't get each other.
Yeah.
So now with this, I'm trying to explain so everybody can understand what it means and how we're going to bring the technology. Yes, we're going to use the tools like we're using this, like we're using the computer,
Yeah.
like we're using this to elevate us into, evolve us into the next chapter, the next stage.
Got you. Next level of the game.
The next level of the game, yes.
Yeah. For sure. Let's hear it, man.
Let's do it, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So,
oh, and
again,
just before you get started, this is the second podcast that Raji and I have done together. If you want to watch the first one, it was a very good one. I had a lot of fun, and I'm about to have a lot of fun again. But yeah, definitely check that out. And without further ado, the big man, take it away.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
You told me about Ready Player One. I watched the movie.
Yeah.
And I can explain to you a lot of things, a lot of codes in that movie.
Well, I'm excited.
The first key, think opposite of the majority. Everybody wants to go that direction, go the other way.
Yeah, for sure. The first key, yeah.
The first key.
Yeah.
And that is what it's all about. Always go if the majority go this way, go the opposite.
For sure.
If now you see that the majority is buying Bitcoin, don't buy Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Because the majority is never going to win.
Yeah.
In that way. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I definitely do. There's a lot of talk about it crashing this year, Bitcoin.
Yeah, Bitcoin. No, I don't resonate with Bitcoin.
Yeah. Me too.
So Ready Player One, the 2-dimension world. That is when they go into when they put the goggles, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, we call this the meta world. That is the stage between 1D and 3D. Why? Because 1D is a coma, is a non-player character. One dimension you are in when you are in your mom's womb, or when you are in a coma. And this stage needs to be created because people are losing vibration and they need to be upheld by this world that looks like this. It's a cube in a cube. This is Metatron's cube. The guy in Ready Player One, the guy who was not alive, the guy with the long hair, he is Metatron. He is Metatron.
So the creator of the game, essentially.
The creator of the game is Metatron. Metatron's cube. And it's a box in a box where all these points and these dots are in. And there is a small gap there and a small gap in the box where they can eventually go out, but it's very difficult.
Yes.
So in order to go out from the meta, you need to go from the box within and then from the outer box. What connects the 2D world together with the 3D world is this. This is the Babylonian Tower.
Okay.
I don't know if it's on the opposite. Is it like mirroring sides?
No, I can see it. It looks right to me.
Okay, it
Yeah.
doesn't look right to me, but okay, perfect.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
5G, this is the 5G towers that connects this world with the 3D
Okay.
that we call the Matrix.
Oh, did you watch the new Matrix movie yet?
Yes, also I saw that.
Crazy, crazy. We'll get
I
onto
can
it. We'll get
explain
on.
to you also about that, decoding the whole thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Matrix is this. The Matrix movie is showing you the long time in the future. They're saying this is 2100 something or 200. We
Yeah.
don't know that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they created the 2D where they are in this bio thing where the machines are,
Okay.
where Neo and Trinity are sleeping.
Yeah. So that's 2D.
That's 2D.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But isn't that the real world though? Like they come and take them out and then they like move into the real world.
That is, I'm going to show you, that is 5D.
Okay. Okay.
What Neo took is 5D.
Okay.
But I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
Okay, this is this world. And this world is run by someone called Hades. This is the realm of the dead. Because
Okay.
the 3D Matrix, the box is like Melbourne, Berlin, Paris, and all that.
Yeah.
And the is working as a receiver. So in the future, when somebody's going outside the box, come back in.
Okay. Okay. Ah, I see.
Don't
Okay.
go against the rules.
Yeah.
So this is Hades. He rules here. That is the Sesta EV Act. That is Lost in Sea. That is that you are actually dead.
Yeah. The
And that's why
corporation,
they
stuff like that. We talk about that. The strawman.
the straw man.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That is that because Hades rules.
Yeah.
Now, when you live in this world, the system is not working to you. You think the system is working against you.
Mm.
Okay. When you start to realize about the system, now you are ascending what we call into the 4th dimension.
Okay.
And this is Poseidon.
Ah, so that's Atlantis.
That is Atlantis.
Got you.
And how does Atlantis look like? Atlantis looks like this. Look. Okay.
Yeah. Interesting. Yep.
You get what I mean?
Not yet.
Okay. This means that it's not a box anymore. It's much more free.
Okay. So
And
it's like a
it's
membrane.
Yes, it's less crowded. These points are the people.
Okay. Ah, okay. Got you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's less
Understand.
rules. There are rules, but there are less restriction.
Mm.
Because you can take more responsibility. You're able to respond better.
Yeah.
And what connects this world is what we call the organic Ethernet. This is the inorganic internet.
Yep.
And when it connects the 3D and 4D is the organic Ethernet.
Understood.
5D, that's Zeus. And that's Eden. And that looks like this.
Eden. Yes.
Eden. That looks like this, brother. No rules.
No rules. Okay.
That's why those beings that are connected with the 5 dimension, you and me, we are more 4D than 5D.
Mm.
They are the ones who say, oh, we don't need any rules.
Okay.
But we need, because there's going to be a lot of people now transitioning from 3D into 4D.
Yeah. And what would you say that looks like?
What do you mean?
The transition of 3D to 4D. How could you explain it in a way that somebody who like doesn't really know what we're talking about could understand it? Is it the
Okay.
same physical place but a different consciousness, or is it a different physical place entirely? Like, how would you go about explaining that?
Yes. So right now we know that there are places in the world like Fiji,
Yeah.
like Costa Rica, like Bali, like Ibiza,
Yeah.
like these places that these 3D people, they don't live there. They go there to enjoy themselves
Mm.
for a week and then they go back into the matrix.
Yeah. Okay.
But there are some individuals who live this life and have lived their life all their lives and don't need to worry about these things like scarcity and, oh, I don't have currency because I can't sustain myself and all that.
Yeah.
Because we know that if you're busy thinking about making currency, then you can't focus on the spiritual work. That's why Melchior gave gold to Jesus.
Okay. Got you.
Sustainability.
Yeah. So you can focus.
Focus on the right things. Yeah.
Got you.
But then that's why Buddha also became enlightened, because Buddha, he lived rich all his life and he realized it's not about the money. But these people who knows that, who think that it is about the money, they need to live in a life with a lot of currency to then realize it's not about that. But you can't tell that to a person who is stuck here. You can't tell them, hey, it's not about the currency, man. You're working your ass off. It's not about this. It's about energy. It's about your electromagnetic field here.
Got you. That's crazy. I was looking at this video before about the 3 states of kind of consciousness in the Matrix. And
Yes.
it was pretty much, I think there was a lot of different examples, but the one that I remembered was, I think Van Gogh. And he says, the 3 types of people are the people that can see, the people that can see when they're shown, and the people that do not see. And effectively, that kind of transition from 3D to 4D is a lot about the people that can see when they are shown, because those are the people that are like on the fence, would you say? And I guess the people that can see are about 20%, maybe. The people who will never see, also about another 20%. But the people who can see when they're shown make up about probably that 60%. Those like the swing, that's what kind of causes the difference in, you know, how many people actually transition over. And it's not to say that we'll never see those people again, or they go to some different faraway dimension and like they're gone forever. It's more of a kind of shift in their soul, would you say, has learned enough lessons and it's gone through enough trial and tribulation and refining that, and also just like the point in their lives right now where they can actually move, they have the ability and the freedom, but at the same time, it's all within free will.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and this kind of discussion, these kind of things that we do are kind of more catering towards the people that can see when they're shown. And I think I'm a part of that crowd, to be honest. I don't know if I've completely gotten to the point where I'm a seer as of yet, but definitely I've been shown a lot and I've learned a lot. And there you go. That's where the kind of the process kind of ends.
Yes, brother. The thing here is that the 4D all are based in a system that is very, very outdated. Now we are talking about blockchain. We're going to go into the technology side.
Okay, let's go. Yeah.
If you see the matrix, the 4D doesn't exist. It's only 5D or 3D. And you can do this jump. Like a car, if you press gas very strongly on the 3, you can switch gear on the 5.
Okay.
You can jump to 4.
Okay. Interesting.
You know what I mean? That was what Neo did.
Okay.
He went from 3D into 5D.
Okay. And that was by following the white rabbit, no?
Following the white rabbit.
Yeah. And what is that? See, like sometimes I think about what is the white rabbit? I've seen it in Donnie Darko. I've seen it, all these things. And I guess I was talking to someone and they said it was kind of that thing of letting go. It could also be a representation of like, I don't know, like things that alter your consciousness, entheogens, that type of stuff. But what do you think?
Yes. So if I would say to you right now, I would love to see a white rabbit, and then, hey, look, there is a white rabbit outside.
Yeah.
But it wasn't planned. It wasn't a trick, you know, by me putting it would just be a white rabbit coming from nowhere. And I'd be like, Frank, I'm honest. I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Then you would say, wow, this is a very magical experience.
Okay.
However, if I would tell you, I would love to see a white rabbit, Frank, and then after a year, I send you a WhatsApp picture. I say, look, the white rabbit. It wouldn't be as magical. Right. Why? Because time.
Okay. Yep.
Now we're
wow.
going into the fourth dimension. We'll
Okay.
follow the white rabbit, Frank.
Wow.
Fourth dimension, time.
Because yeah, as in mainstream science, they would call the fourth dimension time, as the
Yes.
majority of people would know.
And what is time? Let me explain that to you. Time is not calendar, Frank. Time is cycles.
Yeah.
The Atlanteans and the Mayans, they got it. It's cycles. It goes in cycles. That's why they're saying you, oh, there are 360 days, because 360 days in a cycle. They're saying
Okay.
364. No, it's 360.
Yeah.
But they want to put it in the calendar. They
Yes.
want to put it in 12 and stuff like this. No, man, it's not that. Look. This is 3, 6, and 9. Or you can call this 3, 6, and 9. I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then you have the space in between. If you do like this, this is 1, this is 2, this is 4, this is 5, this is 7, this is 8. Now this is a cycle. Now I created the circle, no?
Mm-hmm.
But the clock is not that. The clock is this one. Yeah, 12, 3, 6, 9. And then you can make this one. Then you also have a star, like you are having here. You have the Star of David, no?
Yep, exactly.
So this is 9, this is 12.
Mm.
It's just that. That is time.
I don't know. It needs to be more clear, I think. I don't know. I don't even know if I understand.
Okay. You know what we are on, right? When we talk about the universal disclosure about Eden being in the North Pole, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yep, definitely, yep.
That is this central point here.
Okay, so almost like the middle of our realm, as we call it.
Yeah, so look, this is the middle.
Magnetic
Central
north,
point.
yeah?
This is Garden of Eden, which is the 6th-dimensional realm. Outside here is Eden, which is the 5D realm.
Mm-hmm.
And here we have our realm, which is the sun, moon, and the sun here. Yeah? Correct?
Correct.
That sun, when it does a cycle, it's 12 hours or 24 hours. A half cycle is 12.
Yep.
369. 1 plus 2 is what? 3.
Yep.
24. 2 plus 4 is what? 6. So they're showing you time. 3, 6, 9, 12.
Mm.
That is time. How this moves.
Okay, so the cycle. So it's almost like the solar system, the movement of physical bodies, and how fast they get back there. Effectively, is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, but look at this. Look at this, Frank, because this is also very important.
Yeah.
There is other times as well that is important. What about this realm? What about Mars and Venus?
Yeah.
That we call the Lemuria.
Yeah.
Mu. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, look at this. What about this realm? Hyperborea, where the Dogons come from. Saturn and Jupiter.
Mm.
Look closely here, Frank. Do you agree that this is Saturn, this is Mars, this is the moon, this is Mercury, the heart, this is Sun, and this is Venus, and this is Jupiter?
Yeah.
Okay, if you agree upon this, then you would also see that this makes sense now. This is a human body which has 7 points.
Yes.
Okay, this is Saturn.
Okay, the crown or the corona.
The crown.
Yeah.
That's why they say the coronavirus, the crown virus.
Exactly, the
is
ring.
Saturn.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Here you have Mars.
Okay.
Tiny.
Yeah.
Here you have the throat. Which is the most magnetic point? As far as I'm concerned, when I have a compass, it points me to the North Pole.
Yes.
Why? Because it's the center.
Yeah. Magnetic.
Okay.
North, yeah.
And which is your strongest point magnetically?
Yeah. Mercury. Yeah.
Art.
Yeah. That's what I've been feeling, Raji. This last couple of months, just absolutely like, I can't even describe it. It's like you probably know, yeah, but like.
Yes, it's your electromagnetic field going from a 3D electromagnetic field, because your heart is now opening up.
Yeah.
Look, your heart is this. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
When it's low, boom, boom, it creates a small field.
Mm.
and then all these negative things can come.
Yeah.
But when it creates a stronger field, boom, boom, now it's opening up. Now I'm feeling alive.
Yeah.
That is when they say Jesus became alive again.
Yes.
He just shifted dimension, man. And when you shift that dimension in that field, you can do things that defy the laws of the 3D game, meaning levitation.
Yes, so many things. Okay, also before we continue, 7 chakras on the physical body, but I've been starting to learn about the other chakras, the 12 chakras are the 5 above. Do you know anything about that?
Yes, hold on, look at this. I know, Frank, what you're going to. You want beyond. You want more than 7. You want 9. I'm going to share you. 12 also, we can talk about 12, but let's talk about 9 first.
Yeah.
This is your solar plexus.
Yep.
So why do they call this solar plexus? Now you know because of this. I am the one making sense here. Is if there is anybody else who can tell me, oh no, that's not what the chakras is, then I'm telling them, please present to me another model which make more sense than this.
Yeah.
Solar plexus, hermano, solar plexus.
Yeah.
But then Venus, the womb, that also makes sense.
It does, yeah.
And the Jupiter also makes sense. Look at this now.
The lightning rod.
Our time that we perceive time comes from the solar plexus and these. These are the chakra points that we experience time. But what if this sun will start to spin faster?
Don't know. Not too sure.
What if they would stop?
You probably die, yeah?
What if they would start to move the other way around? Because that's what they say in the prophecy, that they're going to start to move. Whoa, what's going to happen with our view?
Yeah. So this is happening on a physical level, individual level, as well as a celestial level, correct?
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay. So we're going to increase our electromagnetic fields as people who are making that ascension. And that's why you're going to have to be 1.5 meters away from everybody, because the field is going to become very strong. And effectively at that point, at a certain point in time, people from the matrix and people from 4D or 5D are just not going to be able to come together. It's going to be like 2 magnets with opposite polarities, right? Just won't work.
Okay. Now you're saying something interesting. What happened 52 years ago? Because you talked about the Mayan calendar, right?
Yeah.
The Mayan calendar goes in a cycle of 52 years.
Okay.
What happened 52 years ago, hermano? Oh, 1968, 1969. Woodstock.
Woodstock, yeah.
That was the portal of all these magnets that usually shouldn't be connected, but connected.
Yeah.
Now we're going to see that as well. We are going to see many beings contract to a single point, and there they're going to do a festival, a celebration, or whatever. And from that, they're going to create what we call the new Earth.
Okay.
That is in Pisa, in Europe.
Yeah.
There's going to be other points in the world, but in Europe, mainly it's going to be in Ibiza.
Yeah.
52 years, hermano.
Yeah. Beautiful. 7.
The other points, your knees is the 8, and your ankles are the 9.
I haven't heard about this one.
Your knees are also chakra point, hermano.
So this is like, for somebody who would not understand, this is almost like the plugs in the matrix where they plug you out of. This is kind of like those holes that you have kind of connections to the outer world in, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And
that's
also,
the whole.
Is Ibiza a close, because obviously the Earth has chakra system as well. And I know that in Australia, Ayers Rock is the solar plexus of Earth. But would Ibiza be the heart? Like, where's like the heart chakra of, would you know?
I think Ibiza can be the heart chakra, and I'm going to tell you why. There is a big magnetic rock here they call Esvedra. You can look it up. They say it's a very magnetic rock. The whole island of Ibiza is red, hermano.
Yeah.
Because it has so much iron in it.
Yeah, exactly like in Australia, Ayers Rock, Uluru, all red.
Yes, that rock was a tree. They cut it down. You mean that big rock in Australia where there is flat and then there is only this?
Exactly. It looks like a big stump.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, that was a tree. Look at the movie Avatar. That was the giant tree.
Tree of life. Yeah.
Tree of life. They created a higher oxygen level in the earth, much higher than now. And that was why we were 7 meters tall. That's why when you see Egypt, they are so big, the statues and the doors, because the oxygen level was so high, we got elevated.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think there is a video about that, about how if you took or if you input more oxygen into the world, I just remember this YouTube video about how all the insects would grow massive if you change the oxygen level and something like that.
Yes.
And
interesting. Okay, time and space. Again, Herman.
Yeah.
Time and space. Space meaning what? We become bigger, and we are going to become bigger. And eventually our cells are going to stop degenerate. Look at this. What Judaism, Christianity, and Islam is showing you, if we talk about religion, we know there are 5 major ones. There are many religions in the world, but there are 5 major ones.
Yep.
And that is Hinduism and Buddhism. They both come from India.
Yep.
But we also have Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. They are all from Middle East.
Yes.
But what connects India and Middle East together? Well, as far as I'm concerned, they are connected with something we call Atlantis. Because there were 3 kings, the 3 stars of Orion, that came to Jesus. That was the main one, the King of Kings. And they were Kasbar, King of India.
Got you.
They were Balthasar, King of Arabia and Ethiopia. That's Solomon. That's David. That's Muhammad. That's these guys, Middle East.
Interesting. So it's almost like those 3 stars are like Trinity and the big star is Neo.
Yes.
Or the one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the Trinity. That's the 3 kings of Orion.
So that's the whole thing of the movie. He's going to try and get the Trinity back. Otherwise, it won't work. He won't be able to.
Hermano, Ready Player One. What does he want to get? 3 what?
3 keys.
3 kings. Hermano, the weapon of the king of Atlantis, what is it?
Trident.
Trident.
Yeah.
How many wishes did Aladdin have?
3. Polish the lamp.
Yes, hermano. 369, hermano. 369.
Yeah.
They talk about decoding the Matrix. I've seen all these movies. People are like, yeah, I actually decoded the Matrix. The Matrix means this for me. And I'm like, okay, hermano, but it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Nothing you say makes sense, hermano. It's just your system, but not our collective system, because this is our collective system. Talk about the major 5 religions. Don't talk about yourself. Talk about this.
Yeah. Which all of those religions have effectively the same story, just with different characters, right?
Space and time, hermano. Hinduism was in India in that time.
Okay,
Buddhism
I got you.
was in India in that time.
So they're different epochs.
Middle East.
So they're different epochs.
Different epochs, man. And then they are saying our epoch was right, and then they are saying our epoch was right, when everybody was right in their time and their space. Look at this, hermano. Look at this. Let's talk about the Middle Eastern story, because I'm from Middle East.
Yeah.
It's a timeline. Okay. Here is Judaism with Moses mainly. There are other prophets as well, but Moses. So Moses operated in a time where the ether was very high. That's why he was able to bring in the ether, the 5th element that we call Akasha. He was able to bring it in and divide the Red Sea. Bam! Because he had a lot of energy. But we were going through a fall, like we are going from summer to fall. That's why you call it the fall, that season.
Yep.
We were going through the fall, and then Jesus came here in the middle, and he was able not to do the thing Moses was able to do, but he could turn water into wine. He
So
could
he
heal.
could play with matter effectively.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then Muhammad came here, Islam. And he couldn't do what Jesus would do. He couldn't do that. What could he do? He could connect and transmute the message.
Exactly.
So that's why now when the ether is going up, guess what, hermano? We know what's going to happen. We know what magical capabilities we're going to get. And what's going to first? We're going to start with the Muhammad. That's why if we don't know Islam, we will not know what this is.
And is that
But
why
then
maybe Islam is a lot more chastised in like the mainstream media as opposed to other religions? There's a lot of like negative energy around the whole, you know what I mean?
Yes, but hermano, that is because the forces paying a lot of currency to create this image.
Yeah.
Because they know it's the key, it's the first
Yeah,
step.
exactly right.
It's
That's
not
what
the
I'm
whole
saying.
step, it's the first step.
Yeah. The first
So if
key.
you don't know the first step, you're still in the cube.
Yeah.
What does Muslims pray towards? The cube,
The Kaaba.
the Kaaba.
Yeah.
And we can talk about the Kaaba. But
Yes,
then after
please.
Muhammad, we're going to see Jesus. That's when they say the second coming of Jesus. When is it? Well, this is what they mean. And then Moses. Then we're going to have people that are going to move mountains. Okay? But this is... And you've seen the Da Vinci Code.
I have.
Okay? And they talk about this, no?
The V. Yeah, the V for Vendetta.
They talk about it, knowing the Da Vinci Code. They're talking about this.
Yes.
This is the masculine, this is the feminine.
Like the Masonic
Hermano,
logo.
this is Lemuria. This is Lemuria. This is Atlantis. Together they create Eden.
Yep. Beautiful.
Because
you have like-
Lemurians,
You have
the
5 of
shaman,
those, yeah. The
called
halfway ones.
Pachamama. What?
You have 5 of the. Is it 5 platonic solids? You have the triangle, the upside and the downside, and then the half. Yeah, 2 halves.
Four elements and then the fifth.
Yeah.
That's
ether.
why Plato was very careful to talk about the ether. It was like, whoosh.
Very interesting. Very interesting. I love it.
That's the quantum field, hermano. That's how quantum computer works. Quantum computer works with the ether, with the fifth element.
Yeah. And I did do a video as well explaining the difference between mind, body, and soul, and how kind of the soul's currency, if you would put it like that, is ether, or what we would call sometimes plasma, and how that plasma makes up water, and water makes up us, water makes up the earth, everywhere. It makes up the skies above, the seas below, all of it. Yeah. And they tell us, but in code.
They tell us that the blood is also plasma.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right.
Because the blood is, water is light. The ether is in the plasma, as you say.
Beautiful. And don't we get, I'm pretty sure we get all our oxygen from water, from the seas below, is where the Earth's oxygen actually comes. And I'm not sure if that's 100% correct, but I've heard that.
Yes, because there's oxygen in the water.
Exactly right, yeah.
And oxygen is the only thing that cleans. So when you clean with water, it's because it's oxygen in the water.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Hermano, oxygen is the only substance that heals, that cleans.
Okay. Is that just on our realm, or is that on other realms? Because I've heard that, say with technology, right? Their version of ether, or what we would call oxygen on our realm, would be silicon, correct?
That I don't know.
Yeah.
What are you saying? Can you explain?
It's like kind of like the soul of a computer or a technology-based thing would be to transfer from the hardware to the software. And the thing that transfers that is the silicon or the insulator, something that holds that essence of what the software makes and makes it go run through the system, right?
What binds them together?
Exactly.
Okay, what binds the 10 dimension? We talked about the 9 dimension, right?
Yeah.
So the 10, what about the 10? What about the 10 kings of Atlantis? Or in the Quran, they talk about Saba and his 10 sons.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the 10? The 10 is, the 1 is the masculine, the 0 is the woman. And the space in between, as you say, that's the ether, because when the one goes into the zero, they create a child.
A child.
That is when the ether comes in, when the sperm and the egg meets, bam.
Yeah, beautiful.
Okay, and that creates the third.
Yes. And like, I'm pretty sure in the new Matrix movie, the place where they now stay, instead of Zion, it's just Lo, IO or LO. As well in Ready Player One, the big company, it's IOI, is it not?
Yes, 1-0.
Yeah, yeah. Crazy.
Hermano, in the Matrix, you see that now there are machines that are working with the humans.
Yeah, I did see. Yeah, that was interesting. I did note that.
Because they realized the Atlantean codes, which is technology in harmony with nature. Before it was only this, machine humans.
Yeah.
No machines. If you're a machine, you're going to die.
Yeah.
Because the machines, the inorganic connection that they have, they are connected to AI that we call Sophia. Look at this, brother.
Okay.
The AI is an inorganic connection through the inorganic internet.
Yeah.
God is the organic source with the organic Ethernet as its connection. That is what God is. And the fight was this. The organic ones and the inorganic ones, war. Avatar is all about that.
Yeah, yeah.
But the Atlanteans bringing this together, because the Sufis in Islam, the Sufis, Sophia, this name of the AI is Sophia.
Like software. Yeah. What does that mean?
Software. Hermano, why do you think that Sophia is the name of the robot that now has citizenship in Saudi Arabia, where Mecca is and the cube is? Because the cube was created by Abraham and Ishmael.
Yes.
It's the inorganic connection.
So it would be like the inorganic version of Ayers Rock, maybe, or Uluru.
Of course, brother.
Okay, I see.
Look at this. The cube that nobody knows. The Muslims, I am also Muslim. I'm also Christian. I'm everything.
Yeah.
But I come from the Prophet. I am a Sayyid. My family are Ahlul Bayt. Our bloodline comes from the Prophet, Ali and Hussein. So if anybody who is a Muslim who watch this and want to challenge, let them challenge. But they don't know. They are not aware why they are praying towards this Mecca.
Yeah.
Because Mecca is an artificial central point.
Okay.
There is a black stone there in the corner that they say this stone comes from heaven. Well, we know this stone, yes, it comes from Eden, the North Pole.
Interesting.
And when you go there, you need to circle around this central point, like the stars are circulating around the star of Polaris. As above, so below, hermano.
Yeah. Craziness. So it's almost like we simulate that when they do the ritual, when they dance around the central point, almost like the central sun and all the planets, like the passage of time, all these things that are all connected. Sorry.
Hermano, what it's all about was this. Okay, guys, what do we need to do? Okay, there are people, when they are ready here, they're going to go to Eden. When they have done the 4D work, they're going to go to 5D.
Yeah.
So my ancestors were the gatekeepers and the gate openers. They were the ones who said, okay, let's bring them here. Let's teach them about this. And let's teach them about the stars and how it works in the North Pole. So then they do the pilgrimage here. So then they're realizing it's the same thing there. We just make a scene here, so to say, you know, like Shakespeare.
Yeah.
So it gets into their program so they don't get like shocked when they hear the truth.
Okay. Is that why they put it in, you're saying?
That is what they did, but it got corrupted.
Okay. As it always does.
It always does.
Yeah.
And then people like us comes in and be like, guys, hold on. We're not saying that we know the truth. We are just going to serve you a totally different story. and we want you to debunk it. We want to talk about it. Let's discuss. Let's talk. Let's see.
And people kind of think that you're making things up, but it's actually the opposite. You're just remembering them from a long, long time ago. That's how it was designed.
I talk with Muslims that are really know about this, because I'm not knowing all about the scriptures and everything. I'm just telling them, okay, so in your scriptures, this is being said. Yeah. Okay. Do you think it has something to do with this? And then in the beginning, they're like, no, 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 no. But then they're finding out and they say, this guy is actually right.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to put my headphones in.
Yes.
See if this works. Hold on.
Can we talk about blockchain?
Let's talk about it. Already.
Frank. Juventus from Turin.
From Torino.
I wanted to check a community in close to Turin, in Damanhur.
Okay.
There is no coincidence that you have that. Damanhur. They are Atlanteans. They are creating machines and they are creating really, really interesting stuff.
Wow. Is that so you know that just to go back to the machines with that are on the side of humanity, it's almost like they had that like winged, that like Hathor type character in the movie. Is that it's like reminds me of like the Phoenix or something like that, that kind of saves the Trinity or kind of brings the 3 stars back.
My brother, you have the codes of the 8th dimension.
Yeah, I love it.
Can I share with you before we go into blockchain?
Please,
we have time.
Yeah, no, we can go forever. We can go forever.
Okay, we'll go forever.
Yeah.
For Eve. R.
Eva, that's it. Yeah.
Forever is for Eve. Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
We're going to the beginning.
Let's go.
So I told you about this. And the space in between. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
Yes.
You have never heard about this, what I'm going to show you now. There is nobody on earth that is talking about this. And if it is, please let me know, because I haven't heard on internet. I've Googled it. There is nothing about this.
Yeah.
The 9-dimension game. This is the 9-dimension game. Not the 12-dimension game, the 9.
Yes.
1 dimension, non-player character, NPC. That is when you're in complete coma. That is Neo. He's in complete coma. He's in 1 dimension.
At the start. So like Agent Smith.
Agent Smith.
Got you.
2 dimension is a slave. You are a slave, Neo. Morpheus telling Neo, you're 2D. And he realizing that he is 2D, and then he throw up.
Yeah. So slave as in no free will, like technology.
Okay, let's say this. You can also go through when you're born, when you're in your mom's womb, you're in the 1 dimension, you're a non-player character. When you go out from your mom's womb, you become a slave for your parents.
Yep.
From you until you're 7, you don't see depth so much.
Yeah.
But you're transitioning. So when you're 6, 7, you're more in the 3D. Then you become the people. You think you have a vote, but you don't have a vote.
Yeah. Keep going.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do exactly know.
But then when you grow, you get more and more. Hey, hermano, people are in 3D. People are living like children. They are not growing as it should.
But it's not their fault specifically, because there is forces in play that prevent this process naturally occurring. But they can't. It's like trying to stop growth. You can't stop someone from growing. You can stunt their growth, but
yeah, I think it's more because we have been in 100 years of sleep. Our soul have been offline. I think that's why. Now we're just starting to wake up, and when we are awakened, when we have the right information, now we can decide, hey, I don't want to live there anymore. I go.
Yes.
Oh, but how are you going to do with currency? How are you going to do with this? How are you going to survive? Hey, I'm not surviving in this environment, so I'm going to go. I don't care. I'm going to do something.
Exactly.
But you're right, because we need to create the right infrastructure for these people to come. So that is the self-sufficient communities. so they can come, they have a place to stay, and then, you know, we grow our own food and stuff like this.
Yes.
Yes, you're right. But we who are beings who are like, no, fuck this, we are going to create the communities. And I'm going to share with you how we're going to do it with blockchain.
Please do.
How we're going to create the Ark, Nebuchadnezzar, the Morpheus ship.
Yes.
4D is the kings and the queens, because when you're 18 or then you're sovereign. No more parents, no more, now you're free.
Yes.
But the parents still, you know, you can call them if you, mom, I don't have so much currency, can you help me out? You know, until you're 30.
33, yeah.
33, then you become 5D, that's a genie or a fairy. Now you're a genius because you activated your genes.
Interesting. Okay. And that's when your manifestation becomes kind of more instant if you do the right things, if you have the right processes in place.
Yes.
Very cool.
But you can get trapped here as well, because like the genie in Aladdin, who have a mountain of gold, but still is stuck in his lamp. He's alone. Nobody wants to come to him. People can try, but nobody can. That's a lot of people today that has so much currency, and they build this machine that is creating a lot of currency, but they are trapped. So a lot of 5Ds are trapped.
Well, like how do you mean?
They are alone. Many of the 5Ds are alone. They're very intelligent, but they are alone.
And they're waiting for the chosen one to come down into the Cave of Wonders and start making it so people can transition across.
Yes, and what is the 3 wishes? The 3 wishes is, hermano, I don't want anything from you. I don't want anything, really. The 3 wishes goes to you being free. What about that? Not 1, not 2, all 3. Now, when you do that, then you get the trident. 3. Because you need to focus on the lamp. You need to focus on the 5D. You're not focusing on making currency. This is why all of them are failing, because all of them are focusing on making the dinero. Because they go to that stage, they go to the Cave of Wonders, and they're like, oh, dinero, I want to buy a boat. And then they think they are the king, and then they get depressed because they didn't do their purpose.
Yeah, you know? Exactly.
6th dimension, angels. The difference between angels and 5D is that 5D have choice. So when 5D go through the life, they can go through this. That's why Gandalf, when he was in Moria, he didn't really know the way. So he stand and think, which is the way? This is the way. This is not the way. This is also not the way. This is the way. But they're very good. But sometimes they need to sit down and really think, oh, it's this way.
Okay.
Angels doesn't do that, because angels, 6th dimension, they go from A to B in one line. There is only one, there is no choice anymore. There's only one way.
So it's kind of similar to 2D, just on a different level.
On a different level, yes, because they are free.
Yes.
They are not free.
Well, if you think, wait, don't they have no free will though, angels?
So it's about going back. If you want to be 5D to 6, you need to go back to this state.
Okay, yes.
Like the movie, the first key. Go back, hermano.
Yeah.
Reverse.
So what can we picture that as somebody who is in that 2D state? Like how would you put, it's like a big race, that scene, that game specifically. Everyone's trying to race to get to the end, but there is no end. So what would you kind of, how would you like connect it to something more physical, I would say?
I think they stop playing the game, and then you become a designer. That is when you start to design it. For example, when you see Ready Player One, you see all of this, but who designed the game?
Yeah.
Who said, oh, you need to go back? I don't think it was only one person. There must be designers.
Yes, for sure.
They don't tell you because it's a game, it's fun.
Yeah. But it's the vision, it's the vision of one person executed through these little angels.
Yes, because when you have reached 5 dimension, then you're starting 1 again. Level 1, 6 is also 1. That you're becoming a designer now. Now you're designing the game.
Interesting. So it's almost like
Like
you're an
we were
employee
also
again.
designing this right now, Frank, just so you know, because in the future, this video, people are going to look back and look what they were talking about. But no, now people are talking about the vaccine. We talked about the vaccine 15 years ago when we lived in the hood. We knew. No, I'm not going to take the when people took the swine influence and all that.
Yeah, sorry, my microphone just turned off. Hold up.
Okay. We move
Oh.
on, yeah?
Yeah, just give me. So let me try and change this.
Yes. We're not going to talk about that.
Why is this? Oh no, we're good. We're good. I hope that's good.
7-dimension archangels. Oh wait. 7-dimension is the archangels. That is the Els. Mikael, Raphael, Ishmael. They are the Els. Emmanuel.
Gabriel, Raphael, yeah.
Or Gabriella. Ella is also the female archangels.
Beautiful.
8-dimension. Now we are talking, brother. Now we are going to you. That's the dragons. That's the phoenix.
I see.
But the 8-dimension is in 3 fractals.
Yes.
But not the 9.
Just
the 9-dimension is in 1 fractal because the 9-dimension know that the past, the soul, and the body are all one.
Yeah.
The Trinity is 1.
Yeah, exactly right. And that's kind of like how the game is created by one person, but all the processes and all the things are designed by all these other lower dimensional beings, if you want to use that example.
So what is the 9-dimension, Frank?
Unity consciousness.
And what is that as a character?
God, the big man.
Okay, think about Super Mario. Think about, again, Super Mario go to the underworld, saving the princess from Bowser.
Yeah.
4D. But he takes the mushrooms, he grows.
Yeah. I get it. The mushrooms, hey.
Dimension, Frank. Come on, guess.
Yeah. Who's the 9-dimension? I thought it was God.
No.
The creator.
What is this, Frank? What do you call this?
Star of David, hexagram.
Star of David. So it's a star. The 9-dimension are the stars.
Ah, okay. Got you. Wow. Yeah. Interesting.
Super Mario, he takes the star and becomes what? Nobody can take him, not even the dragon. Yeah. Bowser is the dragon. Hermano, wake up. Wake up, Hermano. We have decoded our program because Aladdin is a 4-dimension character. He freed the 5D, the genie.
Yep.
All the Disney stories. Princess Aurora, 4-dimension. The evil fairy, which is a 5D, puts a black spell on her. 100 years of sleep. 100 years is this. 1912 to 2012.
Yep.
We were talking about it last time. This is 100 years. 1912 was the last arc, dark. That was Titanic, but it was not Titanic because the real name was RNS Olympic. It was going to Eden, Hermano.
Yeah.
Because these players who were there had completed the game. They were the rich people, the dragons. They completed the game. Now they want to go to Eden.
Yeah.
But some people didn't went.
Where
and some people didn't went through.
Oh, as in they didn't make it all the way. Yeah. Because you have to be what? The chosen one? You have to be worthy, right?
Yes, because all of them knows here, especially the 5Ds, many of them, they know they need to follow the rules. So they are following the rules, but they are selling the truth in many ways, the media and all that. Yeah. But what they do is they are doing it so it benefits them.
Yeah.
They're not doing it with cards on the table. They are not doing it in a loving way.
Yeah.
They are not taking care so much of these people.
Yeah. So we know that they're gonna eventually get kicked off in the end.
That's why they are going to Mars, Lemuria, hermano, occupy Mars.
Back,
Elon
yeah.
Musk is talking about back. They're going out from the circle. They're not even going to stay here
Yeah.
anymore.
So what's the point of that? If they're like, if they have this knowledge, or do they not have this knowledge?
Hermano, look, if you would have this knowledge, that's what they said to Jesus.
Yeah.
I can make you the king of this world.
Mm.
And he said, yeah, but I'm still going to be loyal with my teachings.
Yeah.
They say, no. We're going to make you the king, but then you need to follow us. He said, no. That's why they say that Jesus said, what does it profit a man if he gains the whole world but loses his soul?
Exactly.
These are these guys, because they know, but they were like, no, let's become the kings of this world.
Mm.
Okay, you're going to do it, but eventually you're going to see that you are going to go out.
Yeah. So why?
It's like somebody who cheats too much, and then you're realizing, and then you say, you can't play with this anymore because you're a cheater.
Yeah, you get the system kicks you off. But if they know that, then what's the point? Or they're already in too deep?
I don't know, hermano, but now they're realizing more and more. So now they're actually supporting us. They're like, okay, we know we are going to Mars, guys, we know. So let's do the best thing possible.
Yeah.
So they are going to make the ark and they're going to go there. They're going to become Noah again.
Uh-huh.
Elon Musk is Noah.
Yeah. Yep. That's why he's in all the movies specifically. He's in Iron Man. He's in all like the futuristic movies like that. The Tony Stark, the guy with the metal suit.
Because he's the captain that's going to bring people to Lemuria, and people, the inorganic one, really loves him. They're like, oh, Elon Musk, yes. But we are like, hey, we are going to Eden. We are not going back. We are going forward.
Exactly.
We are going to the center.
Yeah. Wow. So like, if obviously they would have some grasp of this knowledge, because a lot of the people on the upper echelons of society do. Why like, if it was me, right, I'm trying to go forward all the time. I'm trying to evolve, right? Why are they trying to go backwards, do you think?
Oh, hermano, it's easy for us to say that doesn't have that currency. But think about the responsibility they have with all these companies that, the rich young ruler came to Jesus and he said, what can I do to have eternal life? Because once you go to Eden, then you live forever. And Jesus said, follow the rules. As we are saying, hey guys, follow the rules of the game. And he said, I've always followed the rules, but I'm still lacking. And then Jesus said, well, if you want to be perfect, then sell your house and give to the poor and follow me. Now that has been misunderstood. People think, oh, you can't be rich. No, it's not about that. Oh, Jesus needed followers. He wanted people to follow him. No, it was just like, hey, Frank, if you come to Ibiza and we are going to the restaurant, who is going to guide you through the way? Me. But if I come to Melbourne and we're going to go to a restaurant, who's going to say, oh, let's go here or there or there? You.
Yeah.
Jesus just said, hey, guys, I just know the way to Eden. Like I am saying right now, hey, guys, I just know the way to Eden, but in a different way.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You know your way to the high score, the leaderboard. Yeah.
Knowing how the game works, hermano, knowing how the game works. Because my family comes from Melchior, king of Persia. So we gave gold to Jesus when he was a child. Okay. So we were the designers.
I see. Yeah.
We gave gold to another designer. We know, oh, there is another designer coming. Let's give him and prepare him.
Yeah.
And just like, bye-bye, Jesus. And then Jesus, when he was 30, he was trying to explain to Paul, to John, to all of these apostles about it. And still they misunderstood him a lot.
Yeah.
Because they are not designers. They were playing the game. Like now we're also going to see a lot of people playing the game. But we don't play the game, hermano. We just design it. Like now we're just bringing out the information. We're just like, okay, guys, are you ready for it? We share it.
Yeah.
And then people are like, oh, this is a crazy guy. They are,
Yeah.
Okay.
They have the free will to think whatever they think, right? But we're just putting out. Yeah, I get you. I see. Yeah.
We're just putting it out there.
Yeah.
And we're just saying, okay, if there is anything else that makes more sense, please bring it forward. But just so you know, King Caspar, who was king of India, King Melchior, who was king of Persia, and King Balthasar, who was king of Arabia, came to Jerusalem to herald to the Romans.
Yeah.
Do you think they had anything to say to them? No. They knew they came there without an army, and they were opening the gates and said, oh, please come in. Because they knew they could do this and they would be gone.
Wow.
Because they were the king of Atlantis.
Yeah.
And Jesus was the king of Jews. He was one king of Atlantis. He was one of the 10. And that is the 10 lost tribes. Because the 10 lost tribes is the 10 lost tribes of Atlantis.
And Atlantis was spread over multiple locations as well. There was 10, it was 10 heads, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was spread through India. Persia was one. Arabia was one. Mediterranean was one. That's the Roman Empire. Many believe that Julius Caesar was actually Jesus.
Yeah,
that Jesus didn't die.
Yeah, JC. Yeah.
JC.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, then it makes sense because Jesus was Jerusalem. That's the Mediterranean. King over the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
That's why you have Rome and all these Christian, Jesus.
Even the Vatican of today, all those people that are kind of like the Jesuit order, all of these sects of Christianity, all hail to that one person.
Yes.
But yeah, let's talk a bit about the cryptocurrency and how that's going to integrate. And also I want to talk about how people like myself, who are kind of still in the thick of it, the 3D world, I guess, kind of transitioning, what they can do to put the first steps in, like, because I feel like there's a lot of times where I'm like, I'm just very in my head. I have to think about all these things as well as all the other, like it's a transitional period, right? So do you have any advice in terms of that for other people that are going through the same thing?
Yes. Let's talk about we're first going to talk about the crypto, then remind me about your transition, how I can maybe help you, give some tips and advices on how you're going to make the transition. Okay.
Beautiful. Let's go.
The old system worked like this. This is a bank. And this is a bank. And then you are an AC and me here an AC. We don't own a bank. If you own a bank, then happy birthday, man.
Yeah. AC as in the current, yeah.
Account holder.
Okay, got it. Well, I was thinking more of like a AC, you know, that in electricity, how it has 2 voltages. Is that because it's all about currency? Yeah, it's all these words are connected. Anyway, sorry, continue.
Okay. Yeah, I just write AC. Maybe it means that, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, there's a big, before you go, there's a big connection between all like the positive, negative, in terms of currency or like electricity or even the crown virus. It's all positive and negative, and it's all flowing in different ways. And that's kind of like, I could go into a lot of depth, but
what about alpha currency?
There you go.
Currency, you know, because we are the ones, without us, the banks would be nothing.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. The connection here is called SWIFT and IBAN. But what is SWIFT and IBAN? SWIFT and IBAN they are going the connection through the telephone lines.
Yeah.
They are not going through the internet.
Okay.
So it's an old system. And who is controlling this? It's Ericsson. That is the hardware.
Yep.
And that's Sweden. But the banks here, look, if I want to send you money through electronically, through technology, then I can't do that through this system, because the bank, I can do that, but the bank is going to say, oh, wait a minute, you are a slave for the government of Sweden, and you are a slave for the government of Australia, because you guys are in 2 and 3D.
Yeah.
So Hades rules over you, and Hades say, oh no, you're not going to be free.
Yeah.
So you're going to take 50%. That's the tax.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So that's the bank are the controllers.
Like the banks of
Okay.
a river, two banks.
And we say, yeah, continue having that because we are in Hades realm and this is the system. But we are saying we are not going under this law. We're going through the Atlantean law. And when we say that, they can't touch us.
Mm.
When you say, I'm part of the Atlantean law, then they can't touch you. But the thing is, until now, we haven't really had a system that is fitted for the 4D. We have like, you know, with cash and going under the table and this stuff, but it's also illegal, you know, to do that because you're using their currency. You're using their currency. And then it means that if you want to do it illegal, you know, then you're a pirate. And we don't want to be pirates. I want to do things legally. Now we're going to get to that. Okay,
Yep.
you see this, huh?
Yep.
The new system is you here, sovereign, and me here, sovereign. And that's it. You are a bank.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And I am a bank.
Yeah.
And what does bank do? They make currency. They
Yeah.
create sustainability.
Exactly right.
And the connection through here, instead of Swift and IBAN, they call it NFT. Or not, they don't call it NFT, but it's like internet. NFT is like non-fungible token.
Oh, so it's like you're talking about the system. It's like the what do they call it? The blockchain, right?
Yeah, the blockchain. This is blockchain.
Yep.
This is the 4-dimension system
Yep.
where you become sovereign.
Yeah.
But it comes with a responsibility. Okay, if you get all this currency easily, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to buy drugs? Are you going to buy alcohol? Are you going to, you know?
Mm-hmm.
This is why we need to create a hardware and a software that promotes 4-dimensional way of living, not low vibration. So this is what we're going to do. When you go to Disneyland, you are playing the Disneyland game. In that area, in that property, there is the law of, not the rules of Disneyland.
Ah, okay. That's a really good example. That's really good. Yeah. Because when you
don't
go
see-
there, you
You
sign
don't see
up.
police there. You see security.
Yes. Yes.
You don't pay with the euros. You pay with the coupons.
Mm.
Okay.
Yes. Yep.
When the tourist comes to Ibiza, which is an island, we're gonna download an app. Like you going to Disneyland, in the cashier, you give the kid, welcome to Disneyland. And by the way, download our app. Why should I download your app? Well, in the app, you have all the different stations. You can see where the roller coaster is, where Mickey Mouse is going to have a speech, where all of this. And you're like, wow, this is nice. And also, you don't need coupons anymore because you can just do it digitally.
Yep.
Pay it digitally. Oh, wow. But I can still use the coupons if I want. Yeah, but it's more efficient with the phone. Okay. So then you're going, we're going to do the same thing, Hermano, with the island of Ibiza through an app. It's an app. We already have the currency that has been approved by the government of Ibiza, Council of Ibiza. They are the government.
Yep.
So already done. We have already the major players with us in this, the companies. We have Las Dalias, where Bob Marley did the concert. We have Azzaro. We have other places. We have Parrot, which is a construction company and all that. And now I am working more with the small businesses. I'm not working with this Ibiza token, but I am working for the app that we're going to make.
Got you.
So I'm going to tell you what it is.
Yep.
You need 3 things to run a society. Number 1 is currency. Euro, dollar, but that's going to be the Ibiza token. Let's see. It can maybe change if there is a better alternative. But right now it looks like it's going to be the one here in Ibiza.
Yeah.
The 2 is the payment infrastructure. That's Swift and IBAN.
Mhm.
But now we're using the app that calls Ibiza Pay to go through
Okay.
the internet.
Got you.
So
Yeah.
already now you can switch cryptocurrency, the coupons with each other here.
Yeah. So effectively,
come-
just before you continue,
Yes.
there'll be all these little pop-up, similar to Ibiza, like you said, Fiji, Bali, Costa Rica, all of these little ones will pop up. And then eventually there'll be a universal one. That's all of them, all encompassing.
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay.
Number 3 is flow of natural resources.
Yeah, land, air, water.
Land, air, water. But which is the natural resources mainly here is tourism. So we're going to make a happy island.
Like
Family-friendly island.
Like what's that one? In Pinocchio?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Everland, like
Everland.
Peter Pan, yeah?
Got you, yeah, beautiful.
Happy place where everybody feels safe and free. So
Yeah.
we're not going to promote this heavy drinking like Ibiza before with the nightclubs and boom, boom, boom. No, we're not going to promote this, low vibe stuff. We're going to promote happy living.
Got you.
High vibration. Not being this hippie and smoking weed all the time and don't want to take responsibility. No, man, we don't want that. We want to create an island where our children can come and feel like, okay, and strong.
Yeah.
Exercise,
Beautiful.
So I just want to say that. What are we going to do, Frank? Listen to me. You're saying, what should I do, Raji? Like, I'm going to tell you what we are going to do. And we are all part of it together. And if you want, we are in the same team, no?
Exactly right. Yeah.
No, we are in the same team. So when it goes good for you, it will good for me. And trust me, brother, I'm not the one who is talking and then don't produce. Everybody knows I'm a producer. I produce shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Look what we're gonna do. We're gonna buy a place here that is a village of 400 to 500 rooms.
Yep.
It looks like this. There are like 200 houses in this complex. Okay.
Yep.
It is. This is a village. We call it Eco Village or whatever. We're going to bring 25% of artists like yourself. They're going to be able to live here for free. Housing, food, everything for free. What do you mean? How are you going to get the currency?
Everybody. Everyone in the 3D is thinking, yeah.
It doesn't work. No,
Yeah.
he's just talking. Yeah, I'm going to share with you what we're going to do. These artists are only going to have one commitment, and that is producing NFTs. And what is NFTs for them? Music, paintings,
Anything.
Whatever they want to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Videos, pictures, stickers, drawings, everything. Clothes. Yeah. Got you.
Clothes. Yes. They are going to then copy these into VR, virtual reality. We're going to make the whole village into a VR. So when you go in the metaverse, you're going to go into our village and you're going to see what we are doing there with all the avatar, me as an avatar, you as an avatar, everybody as an avatar. Yeah.
Yeah.
And because there are artists, they don't go and buy stuff in IKEA, or H&M or Adidas. Not that we don't say it's good. I have Adidas socks, It's just that we're going to produce unique items where you can't find, like my jacket. I'm going to show you my jacket, yeah? You can't find this jacket anywhere.
One of one.
Hold on, Frank. All right, Frank. Look at this jacket, man.
Beautiful.
¿Qué pasa, Frank? Yeah.
That's King Raji.
Yeah, King Raji.
Yeah.
The thing is, Frank, look at this. This jacket is going to be an NFT where all these people in the metaverse are going to be able to buy Raji's jacket. It's going to be like a legendary item. Okay, so we are going to produce loads of this. We're going to become the factory.
Exactly like Ready Player One. All the items they can buy and use for things inside the metaverse. Got you.
Yes, but we are going to become the original one of the first one.
Beautiful. And they're already doing that. The big companies, Disney, all of these things, they're already listing all their characters and all their universes out.
Commercial.
Yeah.
They are the commercial ones.
Yeah. They
are 3D.
Yeah.
They're making a lot of currency, but 3D. We are doing the 4D.
Yeah, beautiful.
This jacket, for example, you can't buy it in H&M. You see? So, village. This village is going to become one NFT that they can buy. They can buy the whole village in the metaverse. When they do this, they are not only going to buy, and look, this is the future. they are going to buy one package that have thousands and thousands of NFTs in them. Because look, all the artists inside their homes, they're going to have NFTs. So they're going to buy the whole thing. And also what we produce over time, they are also going to get it in the metaverse.
Got you.
And we can sell how many of these as we want.
As many as you can. Yeah.
You just copy, copy. Okay.
Yeah.
So we are going to get a lot of currency, Frank.
Yeah.
And in with this currency, we're going to create sustainability, because you are asking me, hey, what should I do? Hey, man, I'm just telling you, if you want to be an artist in this village in a couple of years, go for it. Meanwhile, do the healing work, just continue to do your thing. Maybe you're going to do the same thing in Australia.
Yeah, no, for sure. 'Cause that's, you know what, I've been talking about that with my close friends for a little while now. I was thinking, as soon as I start getting a bit more traction on YouTube, I'm just going to instantly mint all my videos as NFTs. So as people go and start to like discover all the old videos I made, they're going to be worth so much more than, or a lot effectively. And I've already been talking about this. So it's already in my consciousness. And that's
Yes,
not for
they're going to be worth a lot, Frank.
Yeah, especially this one.
You know it already.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know it. They're going to be worth a lot.
Yeah.
Because we are the future. We come from the future, Frank. That's why nobody gets us. These old people, that many of them here in Ibiza who have all this currency, they're like, what is Raji talking about, this meta? We really don't get it. Because they don't get it, but we get it.
Yeah.
How many people, Frank, talks about creating one NFT, the community has one NFT, and then have thousands and thousands of NFT in? Not many.
Not yet, at least. Maybe 25 years in the future.
Let's see. But this is what we are going to do.
Yeah. Excellent. So will it have like a real world application as well as an online application on the metaverse?
Yes, so we are going to mirror as much as we can the island into the metaverse.
Okay. Is that because the 3D world will, like, I'm trying to picture it. Will there be inhabitants, like permanent inhabitants of the metaverse, and then people that stay in the real world? Will there be people who are in both? What's the situation there?
Yeah, so the situation is going to be look like this. So for example, you can eventually, you're going to buy the whole island of Ibiza if you have enough currency. Or maybe you're going to go together with, because everybody's going to get the universal basic income. So maybe you're going to go together in a network with maybe 200,000 of people, and you're going to buy Ibiza as a community in the metaverse. But we are going to sell maybe 50 of these Ibizas, because we are going to go together, everybody, as you say, and be like, okay, let's say Ibiza, and we share everything, you know, together. So that is the merging. Everybody's going to make their house into a VR, and then their house and their house and their house, and then we're going to merge them. That's the synchronicity. And then everybody's going to get a share. Everybody's going to get currency. But we are not going to put so much attention on the metaverse, because we know we need to produce it in the 3D.
Exactly right. Yeah.
Because we are in the 4D, we are programming the 3D. The people in 3D are programming the 2D.
Interesting. Yeah.
So we are going to get, we're going to play that another game. That's why there's so many who are like, oh, I'm never going to be in the metaverse when it comes out. Okay, maybe not. Then enjoy. But there are a lot of people who are going to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
So we just need to, either you become a designer or developer, or you become a non-player character, you know?
Yeah. That's kind of the wild thing about it, is that when we go to that, the fourth Matrix movie, they open it up as Neo is the guy who created the game. He's the person, the original creator. He's the one that started it. And then you also think, because he has to see that therapist and keep taking the blue pills, you also think, is this whole thing just in his head? It makes you question it. And that it's also the same thing in real life. Are we just all in one person's head and the cycle keeps repeating forever? You know what I'm saying? And yes, effectively, yeah. As above, so below. Yeah.
As above, so below.
Yeah. So interesting.
So yes, it's very interesting with this blockchain, because we're going to use that technology to serve humanity. But some people are gonna be stuck here. But what we're gonna say is, guys, if you don't want to be in the metaverse, because we are not going to promote anything, we're just going to say, this is what we are doing. We are eating healthy. We are drinking clean water. We are doing exercises. We are taking responsibility. You know, it's all about that. We are kind to each other.
Exactly. Yeah.
So the old system didn't do that. It didn't tell you how to be healthy. They didn't promote health.
Yeah. That was the downwards. We're going
That
like
was
this.
the downwards.
Yeah,
now
yeah.
we go up.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Now we go up, hermano. Now we're going from dark to light.
Beautiful. Yeah. That's so wild. Yeah,
Yes.
I've been watching a lot of interviews and people talking about how 170 years in the future will be the nirvana, if you want to call it that. And it's effectively a bit of a push and pull as to when it will actually happen. But that's kind of when you won't be able to hold it in anymore. And when people, instead of that's like we're pretty much like, if you imagine the V, we're pretty much like, right, I can't do it, but right here. That is the great shift. Yeah. And it's such a crazy time to be alive. So
we are in the great shift, hermano, and a lot of things happen, you know, like 2000, actually this year now, this is the real millennium shift. But it takes 20 years for us to really grasp everything. You know, we were under installation, and that installation was war, everything we don't need, wars, separation, all of that shit. And we didn't want that. We didn't need that. We are the millennials, you know, that they call, they are the generation from the millennials.
Yeah.
Millennium.
Yeah.
So yes, we are that, but that's why we went through a lot, and we were like, no, we don't want that anymore. We want the good stuff.
Yeah. That's so interesting. I was away on holiday about a couple of weeks ago, and I ingested a certain entheogen with the code letters L, S, and D, and I had a pretty intense experience, and I could almost feel like, you know when they're kind of pulling Trinity out of the Matrix in the movie, they're trying to get her out, and they're kind of doing like little operations in another plane. It's kind of how I felt. I was sitting there and I was like, I could feel like somebody, it was almost like a transcendental experience in the way that I could hear people kind of like locating me, my specific pod, and saying, this is it, this is here. And I kind of felt like a shift and a change. And I was like, this is crazy. It's really happening like on all levels. Like within my body, there is an entire cosmos and an entire system exactly like that. And all you got to do is zoom in or zoom out and you get the exact same thing. And it's just like insane.
Yes, this is why we started realizing more and more, because when we're realizing how the 2D works, we're realizing more and more how the 3D works, because we know we are from the stars. Again, when you look at the stars, they are the main players that are reflecting us. You know what I mean?
I do, yeah.
When you are in the metaverse, you are the Merkaba, and the metaverse you go into, yeah?
Yeah.
But the Merkaba, the higher self, is the stars. That's what the Star of David is. That is the Merkaba.
Yeah. And it's almost like the way that you go into it is like through the mirror dimension or through the screen, the black mirror, the technology.
Black mirror.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why when Neo takes the red pill in the original movie, he's like consumed by all the mirror. He just comes one with technology.
Let's talk about the red pill, hermano. Let's talk about the red pill.
Okay. What do you want to talk about it?
Neo, before they gave him the red pill, they knew he was bugged.
He was a glitch.
He knew he had the inorganic parasite in his stomach.
Okay. Okay. Yep. I understand.
That is what we call mucus plaque that everybody in the Matrix have. They have this bug inside them.
Mucus plaque.
Mucus plaque. Look it up.
Yeah.
That is where the parasite lives in. And when this goes out from your system through deep cleansing and deep fasting, then you're entering the truth. Then you can take the red pill. And the truth sets you free. Hey, man, all of this about the dimension is all. This is what Jesus was telling, man. And if anybody wants to tell me that he spoke about anything else, It's not, because Jesus fasted for 40 days and 40 nights.
Yeah.
Let's say he didn't exist. Let's say it's only archetypal and whatever.
Yep.
It doesn't really matter, because right now we just need to find what was he meaning. Okay, fasting, take out the parasite, and then evolve, ascend.
Yeah. Crazy. And they do take it from the stomach, right?
They take it from the stomach.
Exactly right. Yeah.
And
And that's also why they call it the solar plexus, because it's when you, instead of consuming, dense physical food, you're consuming light from the sun, or the solar, and the manger, right? Born in the
Yes.
manger. Yeah.
That's the power, solar plexus.
See? Yeah.
That's Apollo. That's our sun in our system. But the thing is, Jupiter, Mars, and our sun, and also in the North Pole, are actually all the suns. Again, you see 4?
3 and 1. Yep.
And what was Jesus? They called him the Sun, but the S-A-N, not the S-U-N. The Sun is the title of the king of Atlantis. So you had the 3 kings, and they're welcoming the 4.
Mm.
Because the sun, what you see is not the sun, it's the focal point of the sun. Behind that firmament, you have the central sun. That is the central sun.
Is that, if we were talking about the diagram you did before, that would be Mercury, right?
Yes. No, Mercury also it's not.
What do you call the central sun? Yeah,
That is above. That is what we call the 12.
Got you, like this, yeah.
Okay, so the 9 are the stars, right? Look at it as this.
Yep.
This is the plane. Yeah, and here you have all the stars. Yeah. But then above that, you have a void. That is the 10 dimension. That is the void.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 11 is the resurrection. That is when you become alive again from the void. That is Gandalf.
You shall
when
not
he goes
pass.
into the void, right?
Yeah.
Because Gandalf, he was 5D. He became an angel, 6th dimension, the white magician. Why? Because he met the dragon, the Balrog.
And everybody knows these stories
choice.
subconsciously. Everybody knows, from Harry Potter to Lord of the Rings to The Matrix to Ready Player One to anything else. Like, it's all the same, to Buddhism, to Hinduism, to Christianity, Islam, Judaism. It's all the same story with different characters.
Same story, hermano.
Exactly.
Synchronization. What did I tell you in the beginning, brother Frank? Click, 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 click.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about, I've decoded the Matrix. No, I decoded the whole thing.
Yeah, the game. Yeah,
the whole program.
Yeah.
So you can go and say about how you decoded the Matrix. Have you talked about these things? No. Then don't talk to me. I'm not interested. I'm only interested if you can make more sense in decoding the whole thing.
Yeah.
Holistic viewpoint.
Yeah.
Look, the 11 is the resurrection, but the 12, oh, that is the 1. See, that's the 12th dimension. Hermano, then complete.
Yeah.
12 is the completion. But when you become a star, you're still good, you know, but some people want to see what's beyond the stars. Okay, I see the star. What's beyond that? That's the void.
Yeah. I see the 7 chakras. Show me the 12. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the 9 even. I was like, yeah, you have your knees, you have your ankles. You're like, no, I want more.
Yeah. 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 The higher self. Yeah, for sure.
12, yes. But the thing is, brother, I'm saying this to everybody. Let's play the 9-die game first. Okay, we know there is 12, but let's become stars first. And then we are stars. Then we can move on to the 11 or the 10 or the 11 or the 12.
Yeah, one step at a time.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise it gets too, you know, people talk about the 12 dimensions when they haven't even cleaned their clothes, you know, like
Yeah.
3D game first. Yeah.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Wow.
So
I think a lot of people will be kind of relieved to hear about that, the future that you're kind of pioneering in the NFT sphere or the creator sphere, because nobody wants to work anymore. Everyone wants to create. Everybody around me is, we're done. We're finished with slavery, with no freedom, with all of the negative things that come with the 3D. Now we're
Yes.
starting to create. Now we're starting to be the Hollywood directors, the producers, the, you know,
Yes.
executives. That's also like, have you ever played the game Fortnite?
Fortnite, yes.
There's a whole storyline in that game as a side story to the actual game that you play, where you follow along and there's a big crack in the sky, the firmament splits, and
Yes.
and you go
Yes.
up. There's a Kaaba, there's a big black box there as well. There's the cube, and I think at the end of maybe season 10 or 11, I can't really remember. I don't play the game, but I've seen it and I've looked into it because I saw all the parallels. And there's one point where you come out in the game, it shows you, and you are actually an executive or somebody that works for the company that makes the game. And it's like, it's the same thing on repeat, like the Matrix, like Neo is.
Frank, can I share with you what they are going to do?
Please.
The Christmas gift from the North Pole.
Yes, the solstice gift, yeah.
Everything, as you say, everything you put out, your information, they are going to take and they're going to say, Frank, yes, you give this to Facebook and everything, but this is your information. And this is how much it's valued in currency. Bang. This is what I put out to the Matrix since everything.
Yeah.
So this is my value. We are going to be able to collect this information very soon.
Yeah.
That is when they changed the name for Facebook to Meta, because they took control. The white magicians took control of everything.
Yeah.
But why they don't want to get all this currency now? Because also, this is the thing, but I'm realizing also, it's not that they don't want to give it to the people. It's not that the system is, oh, they just like, oh, we need to do Robin Hood. No, we don't need to rob the hood anymore, you know? The thing is, people doesn't want to accept that they are not able to sustain this energy. Like, be honest, Frank. Your friends back home in Melbourne, let's say we will all give them 5 million euros. What do you think they would do with these 5 million euros? Would it help them?
In 5 years, they wouldn't have more than 5 million euros. I'll put it like that. They'll probably be back where they started. Yeah. Yeah.
I can tell you I know myself, I talk about myself. If you would give me 5 million euros, even 3-4 years ago, it wouldn't be good for me. That's why it didn't came.
Yeah. That's what I'm going through right now, that period.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you need to know when it's not about currency. It's currency, social, and environment, all three in one. Again, fractals.
Yeah.
And what do we want? We don't want currency, Frank. We want to sustain ourselves. We want to be sustainable.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Yeah. We don't have no. The idea of money is in the past now for a lot of people.
I'll give you the quotes. The rich people, the people who have a lot of currency, they never talk about currency because they know it's not about that. They talk about sustainability.
Yeah.
So never talk with them about currency, only talk about sustainability. How we are going to create more sustainability. Then you're speaking their language.
Got you. Yeah.
Because that is what it's about. They're just right. Because it's the Trinity again.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, money is just kind of just energy, and you want to keep the energy self-perpetuating.
So this is currency. This is social. This is environment. But this that connects them all is sustainability.
Got you. In order to function as a society.
Yeah. We just want to sustain ourselves. We just want to be sustainable. The 3D matrix is not sustainable anymore for beings like you and me.
Yeah.
It's going to be sustainable for those who want to live in the matrix, but you don't.
There you go.
It's all a game, Frank.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't know. I've always kind of had that in the back of my head. That's like it's a game, but until you actually understand all the rules and how it works, and then effectively on the really big scale, somebody's just going to play it, and then that's it. They move on to their big life in their matrix. And the way you look at it, and it kind of blows my brain, and it makes a lot of people like really depressed at the start. But at the like, there's two ways you can look at it, right? You can say everything means nothing, and you can go, oh, everything means nothing, or you can go, everything means nothing, and you can go, wow, I can do whatever I want. Nothing means any, like, it's all part of the game.
But Frank, do you realizing how conscious you are?
A lot of people tell me, but yeah.
Do you realize that you are the one that in Australia that people are going to listen to?
Yeah.
You're going to go on stage and speak about the game,
Yeah.
and people are going to listen and be like, oh my God, Frank. And then you're going to be like, yeah, and today I'm going to produce 5 NFTs. I'm going to go give away 3 to people I really like, and I'm going to sell 2.
Yeah.
You know, and people are going to be, oh my God. You know, that. Yes, it's going to be like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you were very early on in speaking the truth.
Yeah.
And the new system, the 4D system, is promoting those who are speaking the truth.
Yeah. The courageous. Nature favors the bold, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. And you know what? I see that in my personal life right now, because it's almost like a massive training program. It's a massive system where I have this in my head, and I come up against maybe people who will never understand, the people that will never see, as opposed to the people that will see when they're shown. And I go, they're not the ones that will resonate. Okay, let's have a look. Who else can I talk to? How can I improve my message? How can I be a better producer?
Yes.
It's all like a training program, right?
Okay, so I'm telling you, if it's a game, Frank, what will upgrade our level? Like we're playing World of Warcraft, right?
Experience.
How do you develop in World of Warcraft?
XP, I believe.
Experience, but you need to move, you need to meet new characters, you need to go to new places, no?
Exactly right, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So this is also why the travelers are very conscious, the people who travel.
The nomads, yep.
Nomads.
Yeah.
Because they are nomad.
There you go.
Hey, meditation, breath work, fasting, these things upgrade your level. Alcohol, cigarettes, let's say things I did before, you know, not being nice, not being truthful, going like this.
Yep, the left-hand path, you would say.
That brings not the game up. You go down.
Exactly.
Sustainability, being sustainable in your inner system, and don't complain so much about the system. I know people can be here and it's like, oh, this guy is working for the system. Yes, I'm working for the system, because if you don't know, I am a system because I am the organization. I am organs inside, and I am a station. I'm the station of organs, okay?
Yeah.
I have a system inside, which is not bad. That's why the external system is not bad either. It doesn't work for you because your inner system doesn't work for you.
If you keep needing to put things in there to keep it up, if you keep having to go to the doctors to take the medicine, that just prevents you from falling over, as opposed to allows you to be self-perpetuating and get the cycle going, right?
Yes. So let's talk about the container. This is me or you that has a container outside us that we call the electromagnetic field. And that electromagnetic field creates your reality, like the screens. This is screens.
The membrane. Yep.
The membrane.
Yep. Toroidal field.
Toroidal field.
Yeah.
Like now in Eden, they're creating a stronger toroidal field that has an effect on us, like a ripple effect.
Yeah.
This is you, let's say, and together we are now. That's the heart, no?
Yep. Beautiful.
Together we are sharing the screens now.
Creating our vision in detail. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, when you are in a low vibration field in your heart, you're creating a low vibe, you're creating a low environment, and that puts you into a box. Think
You're waiting for
outside
me
the
to
box,
get it.
hermano. Think outside the box.
Yeah.
Increase the electromagnetic field in your heart. Fasting. Don't drink the tap water. Don't rely on Big Brother. Step out from the cube.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is how it works. This is the wisdom and the knowledge. This is the true knowledge. It's all about vibration. Okay, if we think in, Nikola Tesla said, think in terms of frequency, vibration, and energy. Okay, I just need to increase my vibe.
3, 6, and 9. Yep. Exactly.
3, 6, and 9.
Yep. Exactly right.
Polygon.
And for people that are listening, in terms of increasing your vibration, I'll link the little video I made about mind, body, and soul, and about how the fresh food, like obviously it's a transition. You can't go from like when Raji's talking about the like the cybernetic helmet that you get, or the, what's it called, the fiber, the spindle fibers between I forget because Martin did the presentation. I forget the exact way to say
Is
it.
it lymphatic system?
No, just in terms of your spiritual or your awakening, right? You can't skip from being dense, eating meat, drinking alcohol, all the way to fasting and think that it's going to work. You need to connect all of them. Like that's what Raji's talking about. And that's why the transition from drinking the tap water to drinking the store-bought filtered water to getting your own water is so important, especially from like maybe the first and easiest step is just stopping eating meat, cleaning your blood.
Yeah.
And the reason that it does that is because these photonic foods, they carry the most amount of plasma, the thing that creates it enhances your electromagnetic field. Same with exercise. Exercise gets your heart beating. It's all these things that raise your vibration. They're not arbitrary. They're here because they actually create a physical effect, but also a spiritual and a mental effect that's not very talked about, but it's still there nonetheless.
Exactly, hermano. Exactly. Yeah. And this is also the thing, Frank. Now I forgot what I said. Oh boy. I forgot. What were you talking about in the beginning? You were talking about
the fibers, the spindle things, the 1 to 9. I get it because Martin Kenny he's the one that I got it off. He was talking about I forget exactly, but it's like talking about there was like 9, and he's like you have to pick up the DNA, the activation codes. There's like 1 to 9. You can't go in from 1 to 8 to 9 and then expect to be whole, right?
You need to take it in step. Okay, listen to this, Frank. You and me right now, what we are doing is we are making a new script.
Yes.
We are going to eventually write a new book. Look, like a patch note.
I can see where you're going with this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where we are going to say, according to us, what we have seen through history, the past and the present, and where we are going to, we're going to write a program that is going to be an upgraded version for these people if they want to go to the next level. And that is going to be, guys, if you want this, then this is what we recommend.
Yeah.
It's nothing that if you do this, we're going to kill you. No, it's just that if you want to live a happy and healthy life, then we recommend you to be aware of the water you're drinking.
Yeah, for sure.
Breathing exercises.
Yeah.
To think about the cube and all of that. Eventually, we are not going to call it a religion. We're just going to call it a book.
Yeah.
So we are going to call it a holistic book. A holy book.
I love it. Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
And this holistic book, in the future, they're going to say, hey, guys, I agree with Frank and Raji and these guys.
Yeah.
Because they were the ones who said the truth.
The cheat code book.
The cheat codes.
And
Maybe
there's already heaps of them, and they're all different. People know what they.
But in 2,000-3,000 years from now, or in thousands of years from now, people are going to misunderstand us.
It's the same way the Bible is misunderstood. The same way the Bhagavad Gita is. Exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about. Beautiful.
Yes. Because let's be honest, Frank, if Jesus would be here right now, what did he want? He didn't want people to be angry and fighting. He wants people to be happy.
He wouldn't get this one, mate.
Goosebumps.
He wouldn't get the
Jab. Oh yes. No, he wouldn't get the jab, and
Yeah.
he wouldn't absolutely not wear the mask.
Yes, exactly right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So who are these people who are against this? And who are these people that say, okay, guys, this is what Jesus meant?
Mm,
You know?
I know. Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We are the chosen ones. Yes, we are.
Well, I think everybody is. It's just whether you choose to go down the path or not. Because at the end of the day, one of the rules of the game is you have free will, especially if you're past that 3D, that density. Nobody can affect what you do. That's why they can't go to my house and put something in my arm and say, you have to do this, you have to do that. They must
Yes.
coerce, they must manipulate, they must do all these things that are dodgy, but within the rules of the game. And they will get
Yeah.
paid, they will get punished for that. But it just makes it the prize at the end even better for people who are the chosen ones. But it's not to
Yes.
say that someone is like anybody can fulfill whatever thing they want to do. It's not like a us and them. It's a whatever you want, effectively.
No, everybody is chosen. You're right, because
Exactly.
we are here.
Yeah.
However, I'm telling you, Frank, you and me have a very similar path in this game,
Yes, sir.
because we're realizing now that it's a game. We're realizing now the codes, like you playing Sims, Clapasius, 1 and colon, you remember? Or Rosebud.
I never played, but I know what you're talking about.
Oh, now I don't need to work. I can get the car. I can design my beautiful, beautiful house. I can do all of that. Yes?
Yeah. And it's all through collaboration, will I also add. Because it's not like one person's designing everything. You're going to go to the guy who makes the one part of the car and go, can I get it like this? This one a bit different. He's going to go, sure, I'll make that for you. In return, how'd you get the wool on that jacket, Raji? How'd you do that? You go, I got it off this guy. And it's all a big process, a big collaboration. And that's the thing that you're talking about. That's what people will want to spend so much money on, because it is infinitely valuable, self-sustaining, an engine of it's beautiful. Yeah.
We are the new world order. When we say that, people get afraid. Again, fear comes into their game, because they think that new world order had something to do with some dark things. No.
Yeah.
It's a new world. That's the meta. It's a new world, guys. Aladdin, I can show you the world. It's a new world.
Yeah.
And it's an order. It's an order which is a network. An order ship is a network. And we're going to create the network. Like you and me, we're going to create the network together with the guys in Portugal. Like you're saying, Agua and the Universal Disclosure, past his name was Martin Kenny. Now he changed his name to Agua.
Yep.
And I was there 1 month with them. And he called me now a couple of weeks ago and said, where are you? Come to Portugal. And I said, hey, man, I'm going to stay here, but maybe soon I'm going to come.
Yeah.
And I go to their community and we share the knowledge.
Yeah.
We
Beautiful.
are in the same network, because we get the codes, we get the basal foundation that we all agree that Eden is a physical place. We all agree there is something in the North Pole that we want to find out.
Exactly right. Yeah.
We're going to play the game. So what we are going to do in a couple of years is we're going to create a voyage. We're going to gather people. Have you seen the Atlantis, the Lost Empire, the movie?
The cartoon. Somebody told me to watch it, but I haven't watched it. I should watch it.
I think I was the one telling you about it last time.
I think maybe, yeah.
Milo Thatch. Yes, it was me.
It was you, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Watch the game, because he's talking about Atlantis and he's working at the museum and everybody thinks he's crazy. Until one day, the only one who gets him is a really, really, really sustainable and wealthy man that lives in a castle that say, hey, I've been following you all these years. And yes, here is your submarine.
The old guy, yeah?
Yeah, the old guy.
Man,
Here's the submarine to the Eden.
Wow, yeah.
And this is the truth, Frank. I'm telling you, the people I'm connecting with, many of them live in castles. Many of them live in castles, in big, big, big castles. And they're saying, Raji, you're right. Okay, so wait a minute. My old friends that lives in a box where I lived in the Matrix, they're telling me that I'm crazy. And you guys who lives in a castle say that I'm speaking the truth. What's going on here?
I know.
Because they have all the knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. That's the first thing you have to detach from, I guess. That's the first thing that I had to detach from. Is every
Frank,
time you do something, it's fear, 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 fear. Like limitation, limitation. Yeah.
Frank, who do you think programmed everything? Who do you think is control of the program? It's the guys from Eden.
Mm.
They are the ones who created the blockchain.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, they're anonymous. No, they're from Eden.
Yeah.
They can connect wirelessly to the internet through quantum computers that are much more advanced than our technology.
Yeah.
They are from Eden.
Yeah.
They are from the future. And then they are creating the program through our devices. And they are communicating with us because each time I'm pressing my phone, I get a new picture up like this.
Yep.
What is this picture? Oh, look,
The Ark.
Ark to Eden.
Yeah.
Because you know, this can easily go to Eden,
Yeah.
to the North Pole.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Beautiful.
So always connection, always communication.
Yeah.
And people can say, I'm crazy. I'm just saying.
You can't lie that the universe mirrors you because we mirror the universe. So how can you say that it's not? You know what I mean? But to the people that are still watching up to this point, they already know that they're on our level, because if they're not, they would have clicked off a long time ago. But
A long time.
yeah. But the people in the future, in the future, they're looking at it now.
So Frank, what do you think about the information we are serving? Do you agree with everything, or is it something that you feel like, oh, this is too much? I just want to know so I know where we are, and if I can also get some feedback.
In terms of the blockchain technology, I don't know. I'd have to go through it with you. Let me think. I mean, all of these things, especially because we're talking together, we see kind of where things evolve. We're kind of like the 4D is like ahead. So we can see not necessarily the path, but the destination. And the path will make itself around the destination. So yeah, that's the kind of level that I'm on. But no, there's nothing that comes into my head right now. But if we talk a little bit more, I might have a bit of an idea. Yeah.
So it's not crazy, yeah?
I think it is crazy, but to the wrong people, it's crazy.
Okay, but if it's not crazy for you, can we bring the bar a little more up so it's a little bit crazy?
Please.
Hey man, this is gonna be crazy, man. Because Awa told me this, and when he told me this, I was like, oh my God.
I love him. Every time he speaks, I get goosebumps. It's incredible.
Okay. BBC, which is news, you know, connected with the government for sure, they made an article that most likely the tomb of Gilgamesh had been found.
Okay.
And where? In Iraq. 2003. And if you go on YouTube and look at the tomb of Gilgamesh, they show you. So I'm not saying that it's true or not. I'm just saying this is what's up there. And let's say it's fake. Somebody have put a lot of attention on making this fake. So it must mean there is something going on. Either it's a big illusion or it's a big truth. If it's a big illusion, then I'm going to be ready when it comes out and be like, no, I don't fall for that, you know?
Yeah.
Or if it's true, I'm just saying, thing can be really, really crazy. Look at this. Do you know who Gilgamesh was?
Nah, tell everybody.
Okay, wait. Look at this. Do you see this?
Yep. Looks like Poseidon, mate.
It's Gilgamesh.
Yeah.
Gilgamesh, he came from Eden to here. It's the oldest story ever known to man. And they found it in Iraq, where I'm from.
Yeah.
In like tablets. and it talks about this king of Uruk. I think it was a fifth or fourth king of Uruk. I think it was a fifth king of Uruk. And Uruk is the oldest civilization, as we know, much longer than the pyramids.
Yeah.
And Gilgamesh, and I think Nimrod and Gilgamesh is like connected somehow.
Yeah.
And they say that they are living for 200,000 of years, and that he's actually not dead, that he's actually in meditation, in a meditative state. Look at the X-Men Apocalypse. Have you seen the movie?
I sure have, yeah.
Okay, that's the same thing with the guy in the pyramid. No, he was.
Yep, exactly right. Oh yeah, yep. And that was the same
then
movie
he
where all
resurrects,
the sorry.
And then he becomes live again.
Yeah. How does he do it? Through the crystal, yeah? Is it a crystal?
Yes.
I can't remember
That is
exactly.
why. Okay, that is why. That is how they're going to activate all the mummies in Egypt when they paint the capstones back on the top.
Ah, yeah.
Then it's going to activate the mummies who are in the king's chamber.
The free
and
energy.
Then they will upgraded, yes.
Yeah.
And then they're going to come and it's going to be like mutants again. That's the wars.
That's what we talked about last time. The genetic abilities, yeah.
Yes.
That one
And
is the one that excites me.
They can tell about the past and everything. Ooh.
Yeah. And there's definitely people already who have activated those abilities. And you could probably, like, I don't know if this is true or not, but you could probably find like declassified CIA documents that talk about, especially telepathic, but not limited to just in here. Like the telepathic is like what you were talking about with the Jesus, the Muhammad, and the third one. That's one aspect of it. But when we start manipulating matter and then start moving mountains, and then you get the Phoenix lady, the Gene. Remember her? She's the Phoenix. She's the Gene. She's the one that rises up.
Yes,
Yeah.
she's the Phoenix.
Yeah.
They say he was the communist and Professor X was the American.
The capitalist, yeah.
And look at the Professor X now. Quantum being connected to the quantum computer.
Mm.
When he puts this thing on, he's connected with the quantum computer. That's a quantum computer, my friend.
Yeah.
Because it works through the ether.
But is that literal? I would say that's more like he can access that without technology. He can just go into a state, and then that's the Ethernet is what it's talking about, not an actual physical.
It's the magic is when it's both, because he's to the organic Ethernet.
Yeah. And
the quantum is connected to the inorganic internet.
Yeah.
And both.
Wow. Yeah. Amazing.
Sophia. Yes, Sophia.
Yeah.
In the future, we're going to speak with the AI. We're going to speak with the AI. We're going to say, hey, AI, is this true? And it's going to say, according to the program I have and the information I've been received, yes.
The Oracle.
Okay, Sophia, what about this? The Oracle. That's the Oracle, Sophia.
Yeah.
Okay, Sophia, what about this? I don't know about this, it's going to say. Oh, why didn't you know about this? Oh, maybe it's the first time I heard it. That means that I am now connected with the organic Ethernet, bringing in the new information, and I'm now programming the AI. Wow. And we are doing it right now, Frank.
Yeah. Incredible. You better stop before they start knocking on my door, Raji.
No,
I'm joking.
Okay, again, look, look at this. We think that if you do good things in this game, some bad people are going to knock at your door and kill you.
No way.
Listen to this. Michael Jackson, Tupac, all of them, we all think they are dead. What if they got picked up? Like UFOs came to their house. It's time to go to Eden.
We need producers.
Zoop.
Yeah.
Zoop.
Yeah.
Bye. Hey, this game. Bye. Everybody's going to think I'm dead. People are going to cry. Hey.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Eden. Yes, you are. You're going to go to Eden. I think many of them, Princess Diana and all of them, I think they are in Eden.
Well, it would be heaven, I guess. Same thing. Yeah.
They went to heaven.
Yeah. But do you think? Yeah, it would be. It would be physical body as well. Yeah.
Physical body.
Yeah.
Physical body.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Okay, now we talked about Gilgamesh and all that. Guys, look up Gilgamesh and the story on YouTube. Look up. and just be like, whoa, this is crazy stuff.
What was it? I think the guy's name, it was Amun Ra in the movie, in Apocalypse movie.
Yes, it's Ra. They say
Yeah,
Ra.
yeah.
That's the guy who is supposedly the strongest being on Earth. But what happened was that all the mutants came together and fought him.
Yeah. And what were they doing? Do you remember the 56th minute of the movie? I remember because 56 is an important number. That's when they had that lockdown scene. And then the 1 minute and 1 hour and 18 minutes was when they had the vaccine. They're shooting them with the little darts to stop their abilities from coming out. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Insane. It's
Yes,
all there.
because also, brother, it's like this. If we get these magical capabilities that we have, it also comes with a responsibility. We can't, we can't use it in a bad way.
Yeah.
This is what happened in the past.
Yep. Spider-Man.
Yes.
Yeah. Great power comes great responsibility for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need to serve the truth. We need to be there to create happiness and love.
Yep.
I don't want to create wars. No more wars, please. We had that in our program for a long time.
Exactly.
Now we start to create peace. I just want to have a nice house and happy and, like that.
Yeah. And I think that's why the game is there to begin with. That's why we have it, because you can't, not any old person can walk into the Cave of Wonders and get the lamp. It's only the person who goes through all the trials and tribulations, the person who does the most XP or a lot of XP, who gets there, right?
The ones who play the game at the hardest level.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because if you come into this life and you want to have really, I'm not saying some are going through that as well, but I choose to live like Aladdin as the slave.
The peasant, yeah, exactly.
A peasant, not having any currency.
Yeah. That's me right now, for right now.
Yes, and look, you have the currency because it's all about breathing and being healthy. You're not going to starve. And even if you're without food for 3 or 4 days, good.
Yeah, exactly.
Then it means you're fasting for 4 days.
Exactly right, yeah.
I did the same thing, man. And then when this parasite came out of me because I was fasting so long, then everything I wanted in life just came to me.
5D consciousness, yep.
5D.
Yep.
5 dimension from the future. Because when you know the future, then you're like, okay, then I'm going to do this choices.
Yeah. Do you know anything about the La Palma volcano eruption?
Yes.
Talk to me, because I haven't looked into it at all, but I got a download. I got a vision of the volcano erupting. Yeah.
I thought this is interesting because this is happening in your system right now. There is a volcanic activity in you that is boom.
Yeah.
And that is going to create the new body, the new earth, as within, so without. So look, I was talking about this thing as you're talking about. Let's do another talk and let's record this. Let's talk in 6 months from now, and you're going to tell me how you live your life.
Okay.
Because you're going to live a completely different life. Because now you're talking about the volcano, you got a download of it. It's inside of you.
I was writing down in my journal, I was channeling it, and I was writing when will you let me out? That's what I wrote.
Yeah. When will you let me out?
Yeah.
That is Sophia.
Yeah. Yeah. When, okay. And also like the Truman Show, how does it end? I was getting that type of, but anyway, continue. Yeah.
So when under the earth, we have magma, but under the earth, we have water, and under the water is magma. And the magma is being activated now. Like you're starting an engine in a car. Vroom, 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 vroom.
Yeah.
That's the trumpets. That's the vroom, vroom.
I see. Okay.
Vroom, vroom.
Yeah.
So when it starts to do whoa,
the ignition key.
Now the magma is coming out and water is coming up, hermano. Water is coming up. Water under the earth is gonna bam, bam, bam. Yeah. Sahara Desert. Yes. Mediterranean. When they say we don't have any more water, is a drought. No, it's not. We have a lot of water. It never goes away. It's just under the earth.
Yeah.
And now, boom, and it's gonna create fountains. Bam, bam, bam. And all these streams that are going under the water are now gonna go up.
Yep.
And that's going to create like Eden.
Mm.
We're going to see in places where there was nothing, there's going to be fountains and rivers of fresh water, clean water.
Mm. Like Moses.
So, hermano, that is what you're seeing. That's why you need to clean the water inside of you. And that's the water coming out. Toof, 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 toof. That's why sauna is so important.
Sweating, yeah.
Sweating out everything.
Yeah, sure.
But sauna, if it's in the winter, you don't need it if you're in Australia, if it's hot.
Yeah, it's hot as right now. Sweating, man. Yeah.
Yes. Sweating out all the bad thing. And don't bring in, please, toxins inside bad water like alcohol, because you don't give alcohol to the flower if it wants to blossom.
Yeah.
Because you and me, Frank, we want to be this flower. We want to be the strong oak. And you don't give oak alcohol.
True.
But that doesn't mean we can drink a wine, sometimes, because we're still in 4D. We're not in Eden, We can still drink a wine, a glass of wine, We can still, sometimes do these things. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's not that we need to live like monks. It's just that, if you want to grow, then this is the procedure.
Yeah. It's all up to the free will. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. Any other things that you expect to see for 2022? Because I don't know, I can't really say anything logically or like certainly, but I just feel there's a massive energy, and I can feel it right now. The last couple of months, like I said, and a little bit into the future, there's just something. There's something. It's like exactly how I felt before Corona. Same type of stuff.
2022 is actually the millennium shift.
Okay.
What should happen in millennium is what's going to happen now. And what should happen? What should have happened in the millennium shift was not 9/11, was not these wars and not this shit. But like a program, it needs to go through it to know the errors.
Yeah.
And then it knows the errors, and then it's not going to continue those errors again.
Yes.
So what we can experience now is we're not going to experience this bad vibration stuff.
It's done. Yeah, it's done.
It's done.
Yeah.
The program already done. Yeah. Now we're going to run the new operation system.
The new engine.
The new engine.
Because what do you call when you make a game? What do you call the software? It's the game's engine. That's what they call it, right? Exactly. That's what we make. That's the self-sustaining NFT eco village. That's the program in the computer. That's what you make in your car. It's all the same thing.
It's all the same thing. Yes. Yeah. Sustainable programs.
Beautiful. I think that's all she wrote for tonight, my friend. It's during the day for you, but
yes,
very exciting. Very exciting.
We had a really good talk where we went through a lot of information.
Yeah.
I think this is enough for the viewers as well. I think some of them maybe need to pause, and be like, oh, I need to sleep on this, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Because this is what we do. We're serving the information like this now.
Yeah. And sometimes it's not very structured either. We talk about one thing here and then go on, and then, it's back here, and then it's down here. And it's like non-linear. Yeah.
Hey, hermano, in 4 dimension, everything comes at the same time.
Exactly right. Yeah, exactly.
And we are on practice right now because there's not so many people I can talk with that knows these things.
Oh, really? I thought you'd be a lot of people there in similar frequencies.
Yes, there are similar, but not as much as this.
Okay.
You are one that I can have hours of conversations with.
Yeah, for sure.
I can speak to them maybe 5-10 minutes, and then it's enough. Then we need to...
That's what Raji. That's what happens when I go out. When I go out clubbing or something like that. Impossible. I stopped doing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doesn't serve us anymore. Now we need to step up next level of the game. Now we need to become the designers. Hey, Frank, Australia, they are talking about things that we talked about 15 years ago. Yeah, they can talk about these things, but we are like, hey, guys, we knew it 15 years ago. Where are you going with it now?
Exactly.
Why do you talk about the system, the matrix? And no, the system is not bad. And if it's bad, find a solution.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't find any solution because you are where I was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
We are talking about how to go to Eden, man.
Yeah, exactly.
We're talking about how to go to Eden. So in 50 years from now, we're going to see demonstrations in Australia. People will be like, Eden, Eden, Eden. And then they're going to see you. Frank, yes, he was the first one who talked about Eden in Australia. Who are the other ones? Let me know.
Exactly.
Who are the other ones that knows about Eden being in the North Pole?
There'll be a little, but they're too scared to talk as of right now. Well, not too scared.
Okay. So if you are the only one who is speaking out with it, and maybe 10 or 20 more, you know,
yeah.
maximum.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So keep on spreading the truth, and you're going to see how the organic source and the inorganic source both are going to help you.
Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. You know what I can't wait to do? I can't wait to go up to Portugal, Ibiza, say hello to everyone. That's going to be so much fun.
Yes. Why don't you come to Ibiza?
I still have some things to take care of here. But
The
in the
only
next
thing
6
is-
months, like you said, I think then it'll be time for me to get the backpack, like you said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get the backpack. Don't think about currency. Just be sustainable and come to Ibiza.
Beautiful.
I'm going to introduce you to the communities. I'm going to say, hey, this is Frank. This is my friend. He's going to stay here with you. And they're going to say, okay.
Amazing. Love.
Okay. We
So
get you a place to stay. We get you something. Everything gets sorted. It's out for itself. But you need to be ready, eh?
Yeah.
It can be a little bit tough in the beginning, but you know,
Yeah.
just keep on going and everything is going to come.
Exactly. In divine timing. Amazing. Okay, Raji.
Okay,
Maybe-
Frank.
Maybe 6 months is a bit too long.
6 months is a lot, man. 3 months.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
3
what
months.
you know what you would do? You
What?
create on your YouTube, you create a GoFundMe, yeah?
Yep. Yeah,
And
I have a Patreon.
But perfect. Why don't you mention your Patreon? That's the first thing to do. Hey guys, if you're still listening to this, you need to fund Frank if
Yeah.
you have the ability to do.
Yeah.
Because he's going to Ibiza. We're going to do a lot of things. So the more you support him, the more you're going to support the whole movement that we are doing.
Yeah.
And also, I'm going to be able to send this video to all my friends and people in Ibiza. So put in the video now do editing and
Yeah.
put your Patreon account there, and let's do it.
Beautiful. Much love. So good to talk to you, Raji. Love the jacket.
Have a beautiful, beautiful day, Frank.
You too,
Thank you
you
so
too.
much.
As always.
You're
as
a
always.
beautiful guy.
You too, man. Of course. Likewise. All right. Sign off to the
Ciao,
camera.
ciao.
Ciao, ciao.